Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you all my colorings from stamps and printed pages. I have some Agota Pop illustrations and I really like that most of them are like tinies. Really easy if you don't have a lot of time to color in a few small images. I'll go through them now. So I have this one, which is I think a Valentine's tiny. Colored this with just colored pencils, Prismacolor and Polychromos. Then I have this one that I colored for my 5K subscriber count on Instagram. And then from the same page, actually, I just cut it because I wanted to take pictures. This cute umbrella. So those two. Then next up, I have some autumn tinies. Some mushrooms. I didn't finish this one, it's still a work in progress. And this one I finished and I really like the outcome of this one. It's done with mushrooms. It's done with Prismacolor pencils and Polychromos pencils. And this one, I tried to do the grass with Copic markers and I didn't like how it's turning out. I think it still needs work. Then this one is a winter illustration. I did this with Copic markers and stickles to add glitter and gold paint. Paint from Winsor & Newton. Yeah. So Copic markers and then gold paint and stickles. And then here, these were her advent calendar. I only had time to color a few during Christmas period. I started with this one, the cupcake. It's done with my waterbrush Dumbo markers as base layer and then going on top of it with pencils. This one as well. And then this one is actually a combination of Dumbo dual brush marker and just pencils. And then here I actually used some markers I bought from Action. But these are like very cheap, these markers. And you can see you don't need expensive things to make something look cute because these are not tricky at all. The color payoff is great. I could color on top of it with pencils to make it more vibrant. These are like expensive markers, the Tombow ones, cheap markers. And honestly, it doesn't matter, as you can see. So these are all from tutorials that I actually followed. I bought these. It's a girl named Alice from Kit and Clowder, and she does like monthly classes or technique classes. I'll just show them one by one now. That will be easier. So this one, you have all these videos that you can follow on how to do the branches, the flowers, fur, background, grass. And yeah, you just have to relax, take your colored pencils out and you're good to go. This was one of another class that I did. Cute. Another one. By the way, she does this all with Prismacolor pencils, which makes it very easy because you only need like one brand of colored pencils. But you can do this with any pencils as long as you have like a couple of blues or a couple of greens. Yeah, you're good to go. I had to have a lot of patience. I really like how she turned out. Then we have another mermaid. This was actually a class to practice scales and hair. And you only need, I think it's like 5 greens, maybe 6, and that's it. And to be honest, I really like how she turned out. And I mean, you don't need a lot of supplies to start coloring. Then you have these girls. I started on this one. Went way too dark here. She really has a drop shadow on her forehead. So I started again. Cute little girl. Then she also includes sometimes to practice stuff before diving in. So this is actually the thing you're gonna color. So you can like practice scales. And then you have this one as a finished product. And then you use the scales you practiced here. And then these two I used to practice bubbles and then balloons as well. So sometimes I just pick part of the class and I just do those because I really want to learn where to put my shadows, how to make it look shiny. Then this is also from a techniques class, like how to color skin. these are not pencils. These are done with Copic markers. Try to do it again and again. And then the hair to, practice different types of skin. And then I use what I learned, for example, in these books. So I learned how to color skin, and then I try to use it in my coloring books. These two are done with pencils, Carandash Pablo. It's from stamps. These stamps from Stamping Bella with ink, and then you stamp it onto your page. This is the other one. I really try to just copy the drawing that was already on the page to see if I could recreate those. Next up we have this one. The artist who drew her is Sakuems. That's her artist name. I think her first name is Emily. This is done with Copic markers, no pencils on top. This is also Copic marker paper. So because I bought her book digitally from Etsy, I can like print it on any paper that I want. So all the colors would blend really, really nice, which is different from some coloring books where you really can't blend them really well. So I need colored pencils to go on top of it, because otherwise you have this really streaky effect, which isn't the nicest. You don't have it on this paper. Yeah, it's like from Copic Marker itself. Then I have these two. The illustrator from these girls is Holly Nichols. She's actually a fashion illustrator. She also sells like these digital books, which I bought, and then I printed it on Copic marker paper and used Copics for the girls. And then here, this is Copic markers. The background is done with Faber-Castell gelatos and white Posca pen. And then you have these glitters that I did with stickles. Then I have her, which is called Sweet Temptation from Christine Karron. I don't like how I colored her. I wanted to do like this white, bleachy. I have to laugh because she really turned out just like gray instead of what I had in mind. Like this bleachy white hair that is like really cool. But she just turned out gray instead of what I had in mind. And then I don't think I picked right color combinations for the rest of it either. I really like the illustration. I don't like how I colored it. And then I also have this one from Johanna Basford, her Inky Advent Calendar. I did this last year, and then I really did one every day. I challenged myself and I finished it. And of course, I made it myself a little bit easier by choosing one color palette at the start and doing every one of them in the same colors. And that's it for the Johanna Basford ones. Happy coloring, and don't forget to like or subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.